Welcome to the Take Action Now Summit. You will discover groundbreaking strategies for personal and business growth with leading experts and innovators. Today, transform forward. Step into 2024 with confidence. Strengthen your network, build relationships, and develop awareness and skills. Join our 21 world-class speakers and experience inspiration, hope for your future, and an elevation of your ambitions. Inspired Choices Network, our summit hosts, are excited to have you here.
Hey there, everyone. I am super excited to be here today. For those of you that haven't met me yet, I am Jennifer Tamborski. I'm a digital marketing strategist and NLP master coach, which gives me a little bit of a twist in the marketing world. Today, we're diving into one of my favorite topics. So often, I see business owners not necessarily doing marketing wrong. They are doing the best they can with the tools they have. And there's a way to do marketing that captivates your audience, brings them in, and turns them into buyers and raving fans. And that's one of the things that I want to discuss today. So before I dive into that, I wanted to give you a little bit of my story. So I have actually run a digital marketing agency for about a decade. And in the process of doing that, one of the things that I learned was that so many people make marketing complicated and they make it stressful and overwhelming, and people don't do it because they don't know where to start or how to get there. So as I was running my digital marketing agency, I learned all of these things with my clients when they came in. What I learned the most was that I was able to break it down into ideas that were easily connectable, ways that they could understand steps to marketing that would make it effective and something that didn't feel so overwhelming. And that's when I came up with dating your ideal client. So why you want to date your ideal client is all about creating a world of relationships, because I truly believe that marketing should be a relationship with your ideal client. If you think about it for a second, how do you feel when you first enter into somebody's world when it comes to buying your own product, service, or solution? As business owners, we all do it, right? We all buy from other coaches or consultants, or maybe you buy from an attorney or a bookkeeper or your tax accountant, whatever that might be for your product, service, or solution. How do you feel? What makes you decide to do that, to buy from that person? Most often, it's a connection. You felt some kind of connection with that business owner, whether it was a connection to what they were saying, or it was a connection to, who they are as a person, or just a need you had and they were in the right place at the right time. If we look at marketing from the perspective of dating your ideal client, it helps you to create genuine relationships with your audience that helps to build the know, like, and trust in who you are and what you do and who you serve. We've all had those experiences where maybe an ad pops up on social media and we click on the ad and we go over to whatever the next step was, the landing page, a sales page, whatever that might be, and it didn't connect with us. Whatever was in the ad didn't follow through on the rest of the steps or the rest of the customer journey. That's what happens so often when business owners take steps in their business or set up their marketing without the perspective of looking at their client as a relationship. The best things that we buy from people we know, like, and trust. And it doesn't matter if it was a course or Nike shoes. I mean, I know I'm dating myself a little bit, but Air Jordans were popular not because they were tennis shoes. They were popular because Michael Jordan promoted them. He had them on his feet. He said that was how he did what he did. That's why people buy. It's that connection to your ideal client. And if we look at marketing from the perspective of dating, we get to do that very same thing. It is about building a relationship. It's about taking your potential clients on a journey through meeting you to buying from you and beyond to becoming raving fans. And it is the why behind our marketing. So if you look at marketing as both an art and a science, and you frame it from a perspective of dating, you're able to harness both the art and the science of marketing that will help to drive your sales and will help to grow your business, increase your revenue, and scale your impact. So if you imagine your personal life's quest for a partner, maybe you've gone on a dating app, or maybe you haven't. I've been married for 25 years. I've never been on a dating app, but I know my sister has, and that's how she met her husband. The reality is that you have a particular type in mind, certain qualities that resonate with you. Once you find that special someone, there's an intricate process of building and nurturing that connection that will really help you to create a long-term commitment. Marketing can operate in a very similar fashion. You start by identifying your ideal client. Who is it that you want to work with? This is what I use. We call it the introduction phase in the dating your ideal clients process. There's 5 steps to dating your ideal client. If you use each step effectively, you're better able to create a connection with them that resonates and that brings them in and brings them back for more. So if you look at the introduction phase of your ideal client, of your dating your ideal client, this is where we really dive deep into establishing your strategy, the foundation of it. It's about being purposeful about who you're talking to. Just like on that dating app, you want to make sure that who you're talking to is actually who's going to buy from you. It's also being very purposeful about what you want them to do and how they'll be successful in the process. When we are looking at the dating your ideal client, it comes down to really understanding your ideal client. Know them better than anyone else. You want to know everything about them because most people start with a thought of, I have a problem. And the only way that we are able to step into that problem, to step into their map of reality, is by helping them adjust their view on that problem. The best way to do that is to understand your ideal client's wants and needs, their challenges, their feelings, their struggles. What is it that you do that helps them fix those problems? By creating this foundation of really creating a message that will help cut through the noise, you're able to create relationships and connections with your audience that go beyond the click and the like on social media. And when you know your ideal client inside and out better than anybody else, you're also able to create consistent messaging. Messaging that goes across every platform you have, whether it's social media or your website, your funnels, your emails, everything should be consistent. When you're looking at your message, your question is, what problem do I solve? What is the problem my clients need solving? What is the solution that I provide? These questions can help you identify messaging that cuts through the noise. It helps you to not just be somebody, to be the person that they want to connect with. The other piece of your introduction phase is really understanding what success in your marketing phase, your marketing overall means. So, what does successful marketing look like for you? What are those KPIs? This is the science part of marketing, and it helps you to really understand what it is that you need in order to make sure that your marketing is actually successful. The next phase of dating your ideal client is what I call the flirting phase. And this is all about capturing your ideal audience attention. The biggest thing in this phase is focusing on where your ideal client hangs out. Are they on Facebook? Are they not on social media at all? Are they on YouTube? Is a podcast the platform you need to create in order to connect with them? Do they do summits? Whatever that might be, is the key to understand where you're going to flirt with them. Just like in a relationship, the flirting phase is about creating connection. It's about creating valuable content that will help them connect with you, that will help warm them up, that will help build their know, like, and trust, that will build an audience for you to sell to later. Here's the reality of business. And I know so many business owners don't like this idea. I'm not sure why, but without an audience, we don't have leads. Without leads, we don't have sales. Without sales, we don't have a business. We just have a really expensive hobby. So if you are looking to really create connection with your audience so that you can have buyers, so that you can have leads that turn into buyers, the flirting phase becomes an essential part of that. It's about creating community and audience and people that clamor for whatever it is that you sell. The next phase in dating your ideal client is the phase that most people start with, and that is the dating phase. This is where lead generation comes in. This is where your funnel or your sales call or whatever that piece of lead generation is starts. And so often people skip the introduction phase and the flirting phase, which leaves this dating phase kind of cold. If you think about it from a relationship perspective, it's essential to know who you're going to talk to when you're wanting to date somebody. It is critical to start connecting with them and learning a little bit more about them before you start dating them. The dating phase can last as long as it lasts. But oftentimes, the more time you've spent in the introduction and flirting phase with your audience, the shorter your dating phase ends up being. This is where we generate leads, we warm them up, we nurture them, we create a know, like, and trust so that we can move them into the commitment phase, which is what everybody wants, right? That's where our buyers are. That's when they move from just getting to know you to wanting to be part of your world forever. In our real life, if you went into a bar, walked up to somebody and said, "Hey, will you marry me?" I mean, you're going to get a response that either is negative or that you might get a good response, but that's few and far between. That's why it's essential to have the 3 phases before you go to commitment phase. Because if you are looking at your audience, at your community as just buyers, and you're trying to send them directly to a sales page, your conversion rate isn't likely to be incredibly high. We want to create a relationship with our clients, with our audience. To make the commitment phase, to make your conversion rate higher, create the connection, create the dating so that your commitment phase is easier to sell. I know there have been other talks today talking about sales, and I've seen some of them where they're talking about, for a lot of people, sales is a dirty word and it shouldn't be. And they are so right. Sales is not a dirty word. It is your opportunity to provide what it is that you do best to someone who needs it. However, if you're going straight from, I don't know who you are, to buy from me, it leaves lackluster results and doesn't really give you the opportunity or your audience the opportunity to get to know you, which is the entire reason that you want to date your ideal client. The last phase of dating your ideal client is the commitment phase. This is where you are keeping the romance alive, just like in our relationships. I've been married for 25 years, and there have been ups and downs in our relationship, in every relationship. And when we focus on keeping the romance alive, when we focus on communicating with our audience, with really committing to them that we're there for them even past that initial purchase, we create raving fans. We create deep relationships. We create a way for people to refer to us over and over and over again. And let's be honest here, it is so much easier to sell to someone who has already bought from you. So keeping the communication with your past clients in front of them gives you the opportunity to create products, services, or solutions and sell them easier to people who have already bought from you. They already like you. They already know you. And I will also say that this is where a value ladder can come into play. If you're a business owner looking to hit high 6 and 7 figures, a value ladder can become an essential piece of doing that. One of my clients did this amazingly well. So he brought his audience in at about a $2,000 course, and he sold a ton of that course. But where he really made his money was looking at, after they learned what they needed to know in the course, what was the next thing they needed to know? For him, it was implementation, right? It wasn't that they couldn't implement on their own. They could, he taught them how. But it's easier when you have a partner walking along the path with you to implement that new thing. He was able to create $1 million business by selling his audience into the next package that would provide them with value beyond belief. That's what a value ladder is, and that's what it can do for you. It is so important to really look at your marketing from a holistic approach. And the dating your ideal client methodology can help you do just that. Holistically, how is it that you're going to meet your audience, warm them up, nurture them, and take them into being buyers and, more importantly, raving fans? These steps can help you to create and to scale your business easily and effortlessly. And one of the things that I do know as business owners and entrepreneurs, and I am just as guilty of this as everyone else, We often try and do it on our own. That can be a struggle. If you're able to connect with your audience and show them the benefit of having your product, service, or solution in their life, they're more likely and able to be your lifetime partner, to buy from you over and over and over again. And it leaves you creating a community, creating a space where you don't feel like you're going it alone, because it can be lonely being an entrepreneur and trying to do the thing on your own. If you date your ideal client, if you build relationships with your audience and your ideal clients, you're connected to them in a way that helps you to create a journey that you enjoy as much as they do. That's one of the things about dating your ideal client. It's not just about them, although it is primarily about them, because my friends, I will tell you, your buyers don't really care about you. However, if you look at it from the perspective of creating a relationship with them, they care about what you can do to help them. And you, in turn, get to create a community where you get to continue to grow and evolve and change and create connection. I think that's what we're all looking for in the world, right? Is a connection, a deeper connection with our friends, with our audience, with our buyers, with our family, a way to really communicate with them in a way that they can hear, to step into their map of reality and to become that partner in their life. That's what dating your ideal client can do for you. It's why I've implemented it in my business. It's why I've helped every client that comes to me to implement it in their business, to look at their business from a perspective of something that they can understand and implement in a way that's natural and that will help you to grow your business, to increase your revenue, and to scale your impact. If you're anything like me and like my clients, that's what you're looking for. A simple way to do it. And also, it's what your clients are looking for. What can you do? How can you make it simple for them to connect with you and to move forward in their relationship with you? I am super excited about this summit, and I hope that you are getting as much out of it as I am. And I know the music's going to start any minute now. So this has been a fabulous way to connect with you. If you are looking to grow your business, increase your revenue, and scale your impact, I promise you, looking at your marketing from a dating perspective will make it easier and more enjoyable and more profitable in the end.
Thank you for joining this inspirational talk on the Take Action Now Summit. Inspired Choices Network and our expert speakers are excited to connect with you and learn about your desires to evolve and grow in 2024. If you'd like to learn more about everything Inspired Choices Network offers, including future summits, please email us at info@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.